After her shower, the woman entered the bedroom. The man waited for things to progress. The next second, she flung her underwear at him. He caught it and looked. The size of the underwear stunned him on the spot. David was under a spell. Kind-hearted women were all beauties in his eyes. What others saw as overweight, he saw as sexy bombshells. But David himself was anything but. They bought a large cup of drink. David turned to say something. The drink vanished before he could finish. Things got even crazier during their boat ride. His slender girlfriend actually lifted David up. When diving, she hit the water like a bomb. At dinner, the chair couldn't hold her weight. David even confronted the owner, complaining about the poor chair quality. Under David's care, their relationship blossomed rapidly. Soon it was time to meet the parents. Unexpectedly, Mary's father turned out to be David's boss. The boss saw everything. He told David to stop pretending. He knew his daughter was overweight. Since she turned 2, he couldn't even lift her anymore. He suspected David was after her money, and only pursued Mary for that reason. David sternly refuted this, insisting he'd been deeply captivated by Mary. From their very first meeting, his feelings were genuine. David's sincerity moved the boss. The very next day, David was appointed vice president. Excited, he notified family and friends that the wedding would be held next month. Everyone who heard the news was shocked. His friend Frank couldn't stand by and watch. He wanted to help his buddy see reality. Frank tracked down the hypnotist who had put David under, with money as leverage. He obtained the spell to break the hypnosis. Finally, he called David and recited the spell over the phone. David snapped back to normal. Back at the restaurant, David discovered a 300-pound obese woman seated where his girlfriend had been. Frank appeared then, explaining to David that this plus-size woman was Mary. David dismissed it as nonsense. Just then, a buck-toothed girl approached him, acting as if they were old acquaintances. David insisted he'd never met her. The buck-toothed girl smiled, recalling how they'd chatted happily in a taxi before. David finally remembered. He used to only care about looks, believing beauty was the most important thing in a woman. Once, when an elevator malfunctioned, he got stuck with the hypnosis master. He shared his thoughts with the master, who decided to grant his wish. The master then hypnotized David. David understood everything, but seeing reality clearly only made him more confused, because he faced a problem. How should he deal with Mary?
小红书